Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how are you all keeping? This is the PandaPuncher, yes, PandaPuncher, and yeah, it's been a while since I got to say that. No waiting around, let's just get stuck straight in. Of course, this is Oxygen not included. I've owned this game for quite a while now, but only managed to rack up about 2 hours in it, and I haven't played it since they brought out the Outbreak upgrade, which adds a whole bunch of new things to the whole disease management and the spread of germs and various other fixes. So I'm quite excited to see how they change the gameplay. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, Oxygen Not Included is essentially, the way I like to describe it, is 2D RimWorld. And it's quite a fun game. It's from the creators of Don't Starve, hence the fantastic artwork, and I'm just looking forward to getting to play it. Standard game, immune systems, yep, let's just go. Generating world. Yeah, it's been a while since I sat down to record a video game. Not a lot has happened in the nearly 7 months since I last published anything, but I've just had that itch for a while now to just get back into it. Going to have a reduced schedule, but you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's choose our first 3 duplicates. Level 8 minor, -5 athletics though, so very slow. Uncultured and anemic. This one is staying, even though they're yokel, it's fine. This is good all-round stats, especially the +6 digging and just basically jack of all trades. Level 5 scientist, gastrophobia, cannot perform cook. It's not the worst negative trait to have. +4 construction and +4 creativity, so he can stay. I'll meet in ban high, but we will shuffle this one. So it's an artist, don't care for artist technician. 5 medicine, 5 tinkering, but they're flatulent. Grease monkey. We can shuffle a wee bit more. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's another artist. There we go. 7 cooking and 5 creativity. Squeamish, but we'll worry about that later. And let's see. Change the name of the colony. Couldn't be bothered picking anything. The Ramshackle Abyss. Let's embark. And here we are. So let's get a... Okay, your crew has awoken stranded inside a distant asteroid. Oddly, they can't recall how they got there. They'll need to survive to find answers. So, we will get various pop-ups to meet various requirements that our duplicates need to survive. The first obviously being toilets to deal with, well, you know, business. We'll get through everything as we progress. I'm not going to be doing this in sort of like any sort of tutorial fashion. I'm just going to play the game. So let's see what we have around us. Where is... Okay, decent sized water source there. What is that? Shine bug. That's new. Shine bug emits a soft light in hopes of attracting more of their kind for company. I find this quite inconvenient, having this one level gap. So let's see. Is there an oxygen overlay? There we go. So this is basically the premise of the game. It's all about the level of oxygen and ensuring that your colonists have enough to survive. Obviously, areas like this are pretty decent. Lots of oxygen, very breathable. And here, as you can see, it's unbreathable because it's carbon dioxide, and that's just, you know, no fun for anyone. So first things first, let's dig out some extra space for ourselves, and we may as well go along to here. And as they're doing that, we'll get a few things built. Storage compactor, get that stuck in, and yeah, we will eventually want to tile all those floors, stick down beds, toilets, and it's your basic standard management type game. Level up, unlock stuff, build more things, attract new people. Unlike games like Dwarf Fortress, and you aren't waiting for random people to join. What you're looking for is every cycle or so a duplicate does come along, and your colony just naturally keeps growing until you fail. I suppose it's one of those games. You play for as long as you can until everything falls apart. What are you fleeing about? Combat from what? Is there like a creature here? Oh shit, yeah, there is. That is annoying. Attack him. Kill it! Actually, all the time I've previously played, Oxygen not included, I've never actually had to interact with a creature. They've always been locked away in some distant cavern. But alas, it's dead. That's some meat. All for now. We can sort out storage later on. But for now, everything can be just thrown in. We have a limited supply of food to begin with, so we will want to get some sort of cooking up as quickly as possible. And we will want to get down here. So let's look about doing that. I do envisage doing this. And we shall mine down there, and we can get a ladder built once that's been dug out. So we can. Come on, Meep, get that dug from it. And no, there we go. Yes, that is correct. So what do we want to set up now? Power, plumbing, outhouse. Might dig further over here, fire down some tiles, and put the outhouse over at this end for now. Keep it as far away from everything here. And why is that not being dug? What we also want to do is that we can put a ladder up here so they can get access to water. And apologies, my throat's going to be a bit funny. Out of practice, let's just say. So yeah, we want to get utilities, not space heater, although that's a new thing. I haven't had to use that before. Stations, cot, yes, and decoration. Okay, so everybody's just plugging away, doing the basic jobs that we have set up, and yeah, I'll be grateful once we have access to this water. And it's a fantastic large source of water too, so we shouldn't have to worry about running out anytime soon and having to redirect stuff or mess about with plumbing and pumps and stuff like that. It's one of the things I actually sort of not completely dislike, but couldn't really be bothered with in an early game, is dealing with, you know, lack of water or awkwardly placed water or anything like that. What we could also plan out is we will want. Do you want to sort of keep everything 3 or maybe 4 high? We'll do this one 3 high. Maybe put the beds down on this level. We will harvest these in a bit as well. Let's actually mark them to be harvested. And we can set the priority here, but it's pretty... Actually, let's put that down. No, we want to prioritize for... There we go. So they wanted the mine first. Unless 9 is a higher priority, I'm pretty sure that's the way it works in this game. But don't quote me on that. Again, haven't played a lot of it at all. But I love this art style. It's absolutely beautiful, and the music's fantastic, and just the whole general atmosphere of the game. It's a very pretty game, which obviously makes it a hell of a lot more fun to play. No, can't do food because why? Let's think about getting some initial power in. Fire that there. I'm gonna get 1 battery, and let's do this and get some power being stocked up. How's the storage capacity in this? It's filling up, but don't have to worry about it just yet. So we don't. I love the fact that we have to make our duplicants run on essentially a glorified hamster wheel to generate power. It's just, there's something oddly satisfying about that. And we will want to fire on a floor here, but again, not the highest priority right now. Once this is dug out though, I'll stick down some tiles here, fire in 3 cots, and we should be good to go. Actually, to be honest, not even going to wait. I'm going to... Where is the... There we go. Furniture. We'll fire in 3 now, because I couldn't be bothered with them whining. Did not remember that was going to happen. May as well fix all this now since it's causing an issue, and that should be good for now. So yeah, basically this is going to take on a standard format of any other series I do. Just going to record as I'm playing, break it up into what, 20-30 minute videos, depending on if I notice the time passing by, and yeah, it'll go on for however long it goes on. I do have other plans for various other games to record. There'll be a lot of the ones that have been on my channel before, especially Dwarf Fortress, because I've just been itching to play that lately. Again, always itching to play it. It is my favourite game after all. But there will be a few new additions, primarily, well, starting with Oxygen not included. We're going to have a wee bit of Hearts of Iron 4, possibly some Total War Warhammer 2, because I've just got it, and a few other things, small indie games, the usual spiel, things that are resource management, building, civilization kind of stuff, and just generally having a bit of fun, and maybe a few highlights from multiplayer sessions, bit of DayZ, Arma, World of Warships, World of Tanks, just sort of the same as before, but hopefully I don't disappear this time. So we have our beds down. The thing that's important, sorry, I just can't speak today, important to remember is the aesthetics overlay, if I can remember which one it is, decor. So the place where our printing pod is deemed a beautiful area, let's just say. And duplicants enjoy spending time around here, and they don't get any negative buffs or anything like that. Down here, not so good, so we will want to fire in some plants and decorations in order to improve that, and for now we can just put 2 flower pots in. Again, not that fussed in making sure that it's super decorated at this stage. It'll take a while for any sort of negativity to take any major effect. For those of you who don't know, this stone here is kind of stuff you don't really mine it out. It is oxalate. It actually produces oxygen for you, and yeah, as your duplicants, go about their daily tasks, they are using oxygen and producing carbon dioxide, and that does affect the overall flow of oxygen in your colony. So at some stage it will be important for us to actually start producing oxygen, because at the minute, if we actually looked at some stats, that's not the one I'm looking for. I do love this jobs thing. It's just straight out of RimWorld. Really do like it. What am I looking? This is what I'm looking for. So we have 29,000 calories of food left. Some decent stuff of everything else, and yeah, toilets are the next thing. I forgot completely about them. So that'll be in plumbing, outhouse. We can stick that there for now. And I also want to continue digging along here. May as well go as far as we can without breaking into the next cavern. And yeah, let's get some tiles down as well. Keep these people busy. Earn their keep. And we want to harvest that. There we go. And we'll also probably want to think about setting up some, on pause, setting up the initial research. So we can get some new techs. We can stick it, yeah, we'll stick it there. We need to power it up as well, so let's get some cable. And away we go. I do like these little creatures. Speaking of creatures, we should grab a lamp. Well, since people are going to be spending some time in this area, actually we'll wait until this is dug out a bit more. We can grow stuff down here, we can harvest, we can plant. Oh, food. So much to remember. Don't know why this is... we've got another duplicant nearly ready, I think. Insufficient oxygen generation, which is obviously concerning, but oh well. No restrooms built. I am well aware, hence why this one's getting built. So what shall we plant here? I know we don't seem to have any at the minute, but we'll just mark Blair Seed for now and see what happens. So we shall. What is this over here? It's chlorine gas, hydrogen, oxygen down here. Oxygen's up here as well, and yeah, there's quite a lot of tiny caverns about. I think it'd be very important to get up into this one as soon as possible as well. And with that in mind, is everything else getting done? I think so. We will want a compost heap at some point to deal with this, because this will overflow. But I can't remember where it is. It's not going to be ventilation anyway. Food. Oxygen, algae. We should probably consider getting one of these in place shortly. We're not too starved for oxygen at the minute, but you know, people are going to be spending more and more time down in places like this, and it is only going to get worse. I can't remember where you get the compost heap. There we go. We need basic farming research, so it is important that we get this done. Let's choose our research, basic farming, and done. So, jobs wise, can we start? Where is research in this? Research is here. Can we? I forget how to manipulate this one. Is it just a simple like ticking off and on of jobs, or is there a way of prioritizing them? I'm not sure. Not worry about it at the minute. The things will eventually get done, and we should have a new duplicate soon enough. We could get rid of these. Max production in 1.3 cycles, which I think is 1.3 days, maybe, possibly, I don't know. This research is coming along very, very slowly, so it'll be a while before we can get our compost heap, but it shouldn't fill up too soon. I love this little, like, the little meter telling you exactly how long to go before it's an issue. But yeah, so far we haven't come across too many new things since the patch, or I haven't, except primarily these little light creatures, which I am absolutely loving because it's quite convenient. So it is. Because of light overlay, they're producing light, which improves the mood of our duplicants without us having to necessarily put in lights. But of course we will eventually get round to putting in our lamps and various other bits and pieces. So they're working away over there. We want to get the masher in. So let's get... let's build that. We probably just don't have the resources for it, which is why it's not being lit up for me. I'll worry about that in a bit. But we'll need this to come all the way over here and get plugged in. And we will want to put some storage over here. I'm just going to put limits on it to only have food items for the various things that we can make here. And this is the most basic sort of food processor, so the things it can make aren't really much fun, to be honest. But it'll be enough for them to survive for the short term, which again, they're just going to have to deal with because there's not much that can be done about it right now. So yeah, what do we have down here? Muckroot, bristle blossom, bristle briar, some algae, which we should think about digging up some, which is why I kind of want to get up here. We can sort of just butcher this area. So we can. Oh, what is that? Briar seed. Okay, so we do want to get up there. Ladder. Whoops, not that. How do you cancel? Cancel. There we go. For a game of this nature with the kind of various levels of complexity going on in it, I do find it to be quite intuitive to find exactly what you want. It just sometimes takes a minute to just re-familiarize yourself, but it can appear intimidating, but for the most part it's not. So, things come along nicely. Once this gets set up, we shall... No fabrication queued. So we can make a bush bar, which is... It's made out of dirt. So essentially from day one, even if you don't have a pile of seeds or plants or anything like that, you can make some food. Lice loaf is made from these, I'm pretty sure. No, never mind. So we'll make some of these. Queue up 5, it'll be fine, and require wash basins. And why is this water? You got to be kidding me. It's leaking through. Right, so we want to get the priority on that pretty high up. Let's give that a 9, make sure it gets done straight away, stop this nonsense from happening. And then we shall also mop everything. We're going to have to mop down here as well. Wish I had noticed that sooner. So I do, but alas, I didn't. Okay, right. So that should get that sorted. Sooner rather than later, be great. Ah, what? Fertilizer? That's why it's porous. Should have paid more attention to the materials that were up against the water. So we should have, but oh, this guy is miserable. I'd be miserable too, mate, but you know, if you just hurry up and build this stuff, then things will be fine. I love the water mechanics, the water physics, the gas physics in this game. It's just, it's really, really well done. And it's kind of a unique challenge. I really, really do like it. It was quite a bit of fun. Again, just the overall artwork, it's just brilliant. Now everybody mop to your heart's content. You're researching away. Not too long left to get our farming level 1, and still this isn't built, but more important things to take care of for now, because this is where they sleep, goddammit. Flower pot, no seed selected. Yeah, we do have a seed selected, it's just we'd have none. Oh, stop complaining, would yous? Whoa. Ah, we finished our research. Very nice. So, speaking of research, is there anything we want to grab? So that allows us to get a planter box, compost, and algae triarium. Next one is meal prep, which would unlock the electric grill, farm tile, ooh, and refrigerator. Gas piping, gas bridge, gas pipe, airflow tile, gas pump, gas vent, liquid piping, power regulation, better batteries, switches so we can turn things on and off, wire bridge, tier decor, this gives you a ceiling light, mess table, pneumatic doors, and sculpting block. I'm not too sure it's 100% necessary to grab something right now, but I do like the idea of getting some ceiling lights and the mess table, so we shall queue this up. And yeah, I think we're going to call it quits here for the first episode. It's just over the 20-minute mark, and I want to sort of keep it as close to that number as much as possible. But yeah, this has been Oxygen Not Included. I'm very, very, very happy to be back, and yeah, video's over, folks, and until next time, good luck.